This video is about 10 learning methods for auditory learners. Now, if you are an auditory learner, this one's for you. If you Hello everyone, welcome to Guilt Free Mind. I am Dr. Shruti and today I bring you the next video in the productivity series. This video is about 10 learning methods for auditory learners. Now, if you are an auditory learner, this one's for you. If you want to check out the other videos in the productivity series, the link will be in the description section. If you want to check out the blog, guiltfreemind.com, that link also I will provide in the description section for you to have a look at. Now, before we get into this 10 learning methods for auditory learners, what exactly is auditory learning, and is there another form of learning? Well, there are two most common forms of learning when it comes to this learning. I'm talking about in the sense of studying, not in the sense of general learning as in understanding the world, people and stuff. Then if we talk about that, there will be many different learning styles, but we're only talking about from the prospect of studying and your work and work which involves a lot of reading and writing and stuff like that. So there are two forms of learning, auditory and visual. Auditory is one when you need to hear the thing to grasp it better. Like you can remember podcasts more than what you actually read in the newspaper. If the same information is presented to you via someone speaking or dictating it to you, you can grasp it better, you can remember it for longer. Visual is when you have to read. Podcasts don't work for you. You need it printed, written, or in your computer. You need to read it in that manner. If that is your manner of reading, then you are a visual learner. But this video is for auditory learners. In the next video, I will be discussing visual learning as well. So, have you hit that like button, the subscribe button, and rang that notification bell? If no, please do it now. It is absolutely free of cost and it will motivate me to make more productivity videos for you. So, well, I thank you in advance for that, and let's get into the video. So here are 10 learning methods for auditory learners. The first one, record your lectures. Now, if you're using iPad for taking notes, GoodNote has this amazing feature. GoodNote, Zoom Notes, I think even ColorNote has this amazing feature where you can record while you're taking down your notes. Even if you don't write on an iPad or you're not that tech savvy, you must be having a phone at least. Just put the recording button on during the lectures. Record your lectures and you can listen to them and you can review them later. You can also fix your notes. So this one would probably work for all sorts of learners, but still, recording your lectures can be a huge help. Also, if you already have written material and it's not working out for you, then you can record the written material in your own voice and use that. So this first point has got two different methods in which it can be used. Point number 2, use podcasts and audiobooks to your advantage. Now, most of the books are available in the form of audiobooks, especially if you want to look for books on mindfulness, leading a productive life, being more mentally healthy and stuff like that. You will find tons of audiobooks on it. Otherwise as well, if you want to remember your lectures better and do better in your studies, you can record your lectures. As I said, you can convert your own lectures into your own audiobooks, name them perfectly and store them in folders so you can easily access them when you want to study. Point number 3, repeat the information aloud. Now, you have to study from a book. Audiobooks are not going to be available every damn time you sit down to study. That's like practically impossible. So now you have a book in front of you. Now, how do you use your auditory learning benefits there? Whatever you read from the book, suppose I'm reading something from the book, I will read it out aloud to myself. I will read it out loudly so I can hear my own voice, and that activates my auditory learning method. So use this technique to your advantage. Read things out loudly to yourself. For this, you need a calm environment. You need an environment where there's not much cacophony going on around so that you can grasp whatever you are reading to yourself. Next point, engage in discussions with others. There is no better method to learn than to actually talk about whatever you studied with your peers. Now, if you're in school, then you will have your school friends and your classmates, and you can discuss the information with them. Form a group of like-minded people who like to discuss stuffs, and then every time you touch upon a topic, or you can actually make a timetable for your group that, okay, we will do this topic on this day, this topic we will discuss on this day, and everyone comes prepared, and then you can actually discuss all of that. And that is going to be a very innovative way and an amazing way to get the concepts right in there and make sure that they directly go into your long-term memory and don't get stuck in the short-term memory zone. Because things that are in the short-term memory zone, you will forget them. You have to encode the information and send it over to the long-term memory zone into your mental schema so that it stays in your head and doesn't get out. Next point. Use mnemonic devices like rhymes, songs, acronyms, poems, stuff like that. Now, no matter how passionate you are about studying, there will always be something that you are not that keenly interested to learn. How to learn that? Like, if you are not a fan of history, like I'm not, but you have to remember all those dates, the important dates. They are very important historically. They are very important so that we don't commit the same mistake in future, but you're still finding it hard to learn. Or suppose you're a biology student and you have to learn about all of the nerves in the body and where those nerves are located and what signals do they transmit. It can become particularly hard if you have to remember all of the nerves one by one, and then their location, and then what work are they doing, where are they connecting. It is hard, I get it. So for these, you can either make it up into a rhyme, use up all those nerves and their locations and all, turn them into a poem, or use the first word of the nerves. Like you have vagus nerve, you have other nerves, you got, like, basically just pick up the first word of all the nerves and make a sentence with that, or make a word with that actually makes sense to you. So that in when you are revising or when you're writing your exam, you put down like, okay, I've got this A, V, and S and all of these nerves. So with V, I can have this nerve with this alphabet corresponds to this nerve, that alphabet corresponds to that nerve. So this is another way of remembering all of the information that you have to encode in your head. These are basically different ways to encode the information and store them in your long-term memory. Next point number 6, draw and teach yourself or things around you or your dogs, because I have to. So you write down the information, or you can use a blackboard or a whiteboard, whatever you can manage, or you can even use pen and paper. Just put it down like you're explaining it to a classroom, explain it to inanimate objects like your lamp. I've got a ring light over here, I've got the webcam over here, so I can probably explain it to these 3 things and my laptop and my iPads. So that is how you draw, you teach, you turn it into a teaching experience. So when you teach, you also anticipate questions that might come in from the audience. And that way you learn how to cover all your bases and not leave something out while you're studying. Next point number 7, attend your lectures and seminars. It is easier to say, okay, I will take the notes from someone else later and I'll study it. But if you're an auditory learner, it is compulsory that you attend your lectures, seminars, and you make your mental notes while in the class. It works so much better for you, trust me. Point number 8, watch educational and animation videos. We are living in the era of videos. Everything is available in a video format. So if you want, you can go to YouTube, you can just put down your heading and you will find a bunch of videos on it. If you are finding it hard to learn science, for science, animation videos can be particularly helpful. Like how the heart works, how are the nerves conducting information, how are your muscles contracting and relaxing, what's happening inside the muscle, how is digestion happening. There are so many videos on each of these topics, so make use of the videos, go check them out, because videos will also have an auditory section in them, and that will make it much easier for you to grasp all the information quickly and effectively put them down into schemas that will be registered in your long-term memory. Next point number 9, focus on active listening. When you're listening to someone, try to be there, try to listen in a manner that you can repeat the things back to them, try to absorb it as much possible. Like right now you're listening to me, Now there might be 10 things going on in your head. Okay, what I have to cook, or what I had for lunch. Oh, I feel like a pizza, or I want a burger. What might be my friend doing right now? Try to eliminate these thoughts from your head and try to focus on what you're doing right now. Like right now, I can see my puppy. He is destroying my bed, but I'm recording the video and I cannot go there. So yeah, one part of my mind is occupied because that's happening in my immediate environment. I cannot block that out. But when you're studying, you need to be in a calm place, and you obviously will not be looking at your dog. So you need to be able to block those things out. Like, okay, what might my friend be doing? Oh my god, my friend's birthday is coming. What do I get her for her birthday, or for his birthday? Whichever way. Learn to block out these signals and focus on what you are doing. Actively listen to yourself or to others if you're interacting with other people. Okay, now last point but not the least, the point number 10. Use white noise while you're studying or working. The reason I suggest white noise is because white noise blocks out all the other noise in your periphery. Now you may have babies in your environment, or people who want to talk, or your animals who are screaming, or just doing their stuff and it's distracting you. So use white noise. If you have an Apple device, white noise will be inbuilt. If you have an Android device, you can easily download an app for white noise. The most common white noises that are available are stream, a fire, water running, rain sounds. So use whichever one suits you, whichever one works the best for you. It might take you a couple of days to figure out, okay, I can focus better when this music is on, and I cannot focus so much, so well if the music is this music is on. So figure out which works the best for you, and well, start using it from today. Let me know in the comment section which ones of these worked for you, which ones didn't, why you feel it didn't work for you. And also let me know if there's a specific video you want me to make on a specific topic. If there are other points you felt should have been a part of this video but I didn't cover it, because after all, I am restricting it to 10 points. And well, if there's anything else you want me to make a video on, or if you want to check out my study channel, the link will be in the description. It is Study with Doc, and I make co-working videos over there. So I basically provide you with a study buddy. I study alongside you, and we can both get our work done with regular breaks by using the Pomodoro method. I use the same format even on my Twitch live stream. So I live stream on Twitch almost every day. So you can check out my Twitch channel as well. All of these links will be in the description. Go check out the blog, subscribe to the blog as well, so that you can receive regular newsletter about how to lead a more fulfilling life. If you haven't hit the like button, subscribe button, and rang the notification bell yet, and you stuck around with me so far, then what are you waiting for? Go do that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye. Take care.